Next is one of my favorites, tax-forfeited land. All y'all know you write a check, usually in December, hopefully, to pay your ad valorem property taxes. If you don't pay your taxes, your land is sold at the courthouse steps, the following year. Most land is purchased by third-party investors or private entities. The real good stuff, nobody buys, so it comes to the state. After 3 years, if nobody redeems it, it's vested in us, and it's our job to get rid of it because I don't want to own this property. Ideally, the state wants to own very little property, and so we work on getting it back on the tax rolls. So, right now we're at about 8,000 parcels statewide. We were at
I want to note something. I previewed this, and that area is West Capitol Street and Ellis. That area is considered the highest crime area in the city of Jackson. Now hush.
If what you see at the far right side is the Jackson Zoo, so that'll give you a little reference. We were up at a high of 13,000 tax forfeited parcels. We're down to about 8,000. We sell about 2,000 to 2,500 a year, and we get about 2,000 to 2,500 a year. So right now, we're kind of treading water, but we're actively trying to work on reducing that number. We just so y'all know, Hinds County has about 2,500 parcels, the majority of which obviously are in the city of Jackson. Last year, we sold the property about $1.3 million, which goes back to the counties as if it was their taxes.
Do you sell that for a price value, or do you do it over auction, or how do you sell it?
We have some statutory and administrative guidelines. If you're an interest owner, which means a mortgagee or a private owner, or you have an interest in the property, it's 25% of appraised value. If you're just somebody speculating and want it, it's 50%. But we've got we've just recently gotten the law changed within the last 3 years to give a bit more flexibility, because this does the state no good having this property. You want it back in commerce for the most part. Now, we do work with municipalities and other governmental entities. Say there were 3 or 4 parcels together that they wanted to put in, say, a walking track. We would work on conveying it to that governmental entity, or what we seem to be having a lot of, I guess, through ARPA funds. Communities are working on drainage district issues, neighborhood drainage. So some of these properties that were not developed but are low areas, municipalities or counties have been asking for them, for part of their drainage improvement work. So if we don't sell it, the point of giving it back to a governmental entity is so that they can use it for a beneficial use.